Greetings Hive Scum and welcome to Game 1 in the Rise of Kroll mini-series. Today's scenario is Clandestine Rendezvous as featured in the Gang Raids book. Kroll's boys from House Goliath have wandered into Escher territory and have rudely interrupted the meeting between House Escher and their very own corrupt enforcer. Let's see what information the gangs can get out of this enforcer. First, a quick look at our crews for today, starting with Kroll's boys. Representing the interests of House Escher, the Valkyries. In this scenario, priority has automatically gone to the attacker, which will see Block leading the charge for House Goliath, pulling out a frag grenade and aiming it towards Bubbles. Template covering both Bubbles and Dina. He scores a hit and the wound rolls come out. Bubbles goes down with a flesh wound, she'll be -1 toughness for the rest of the game. And Dina is knocked back. Kill check for the enforcer is passed, so he will activate, move towards where that grenade came from, and leveling his enforcer shotgun on shred mode, he will take aim at Block. Scatter shot roll comes out, followed by the wound roll and the armor save. Next up we see a charge. Hagar charges the enforcer, 4-inch move plus D3, he is in. Charges in, and let's see how this combat unfolds. Hit rolls come out, wound rolls, armor save is made, and the enforcer strikes back. Kill check is failed, however she will stand. That will be our only activation for this turn. Back to House Goliath. Drek opens the door and then we'll move forward. However, House Escher do not take kindly to this, and a poison arrow is fired right through his chest. He goes down for serious injury. Kill check is passed. Measuring up for the charge, Kroll aims towards the Death Maiden and the Wild Runner. He needs a 7 and he gets in with that charge. The Mighty Kroll charges in, splitting his attacks between Lagatha the Death Maiden and Harlow the Wild Runner. Lagatha goes down, seriously injured, takes the coup de grace, and Harlow follows quickly behind. Stimmers are pretty terrifying. Kill check is passed for Dina, and Bubbles will stand and level her chem thrower towards the Mighty Kroll. However, nothing really comes of it, and we end turn 1. Looking over the battlefield, it has been carnage so far in turn 1. Already 2 out of action for House Escher. It's been a startlingly violent start from House Goliath. But Escher are still in the game, the enforcer's still standing, he can still get off the board. Everything to play for still, it's only the end of turn 1. It will all kind of hang on priority rolls for turn 2 as to whether or not Goliath can press the advantage or Escher fight back. Priority rolls coming out. And Goliath get the drop going into turn 2. Starting turn 2, Block will stand and he will level his bolter towards Bubbles. Needing 3s to hit, hit roll comes out. And that shot goes wild. Bubbles, however, not being a fan of getting shot towards, turns and levels the Escher chem thrower towards Block. That toxin weapon roll is failed. Back to House Goliath in the ongoing combat between Hagar and the corrupt enforcer. Blows are exchanged, but ultimately the enforcer hits the deck, taking a serious injury. Over to House Goliath. Dina tries to fire back, but that shot goes wide. And for House Goliath, simply Kroll will stand, followed by Drek. Priority roll, turn 3 comes out, and once again House Goliath get the drop. It's almost a foregone conclusion at this point. Hagar gets the coup de grace, and that is the end of our game. Short and incredibly violent House Goliath victory. They've simply stormed into Escher territory, taken some heads, cashed some creds, gaining D3 times 10 credits. They roll up for 20, and they gain +1 rep going into the next game. As House Escher flee the field, House Goliath raid the pockets of the corrupt enforcer and retrieve some information that will be very important going forward. More on that to come. I hope you've enjoyed this game, and we'll see you in the next episode. Enjoy this sneak peek of what's to come as Kroll's boys from House Goliath take on the Rustmuts from House Orlok in a quest for, that's right, little Mitzi. As ever, big thanks to Element Games for their continued support, and if you've liked this game, please remember to like and subscribe, share with your friends. Any questions, rules, tips, whatever, stick it in the comments below. I'll try and get back to everybody as soon as possible, but until then, I will see you in the next game. Thank you for watching.